Three, and we are live. So, hello everybody, and good morning. My name is Camden Long, and I'm coming to you live right now from the morning of Thailand. And I don't even know where to start right now because the last few days have not only been very busy teaching English online with Palfish, but at the same time, I've been interacting with so many people, and there's so many things I need to get off my chest immediately because I'm starting to realize a reoccurring thing, and that's people not taking the initiative. I am willing to help people answer their questions. This is regarding Messenger inbox specifically because I've been uploading a lot of stuff onto teacher groups, trying to get the word out, how to become successful teaching online, and how to start really. And the thing that just blows my mind is how many people are not willing to take action. People say they're on vacation and they can't complete their teacher profile. That's okay, but if you put it into real perspective, creating a teacher profile in Palfish should only take you relatively a few minutes. So just because you're on vacation, you don't have 5, 10, or 15 minutes to complete your teacher profile. But I'm sure you have time to watch videos and do other things on your phone or mobile device. The next thing I want to say is, if you're not serious about like really starting to teach abroad or online, then just don't bother, and please don't waste people's time, because I have literally spent so much time of my life the last 3 years assisting people, and many people have got on. I mean, over 50 people now are on the official kids course and doing quite well. At the same time, there's a lot of people that I spend time with, assisting them, guiding them, and some people don't even have the common courtesy, number one, to say thank you, or to enter my invitation code, or at least answer my questions in regards to invitation codes. So it's just like this moment I'm having in my life, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, I'm helping people for free, and people can't answer a simple question. People can't download the application and complete the teacher profile. And look, I know things are very new, especially if you're new to teaching online, or if you're new to Palfish, there is a lot of things to take in. However, it's still very straightforward. Some people have used my invitation link and just went right through the whole process, did their interview, passed it, did their quiz, passed it, and now they're super successful teaching online with Palfish. And then there's some people who I have to drag by the hand and take so much of my time, and it does get frustrating. It does wear me out. So what I'm going to be doing is creating a Patreon page, and that's a special thanks to Will Van Dam. And out of all the countless hours, literally the past few days, the countless hours that I have spent talking to people in Messenger, sending emails, sending messages, answering questions, everything you name it. Nobody is working as hard as I am in terms of social media interaction for helping people to get started on their journey teaching English online. Nobody comes close. Because when I'm not teaching online, boom, I'm going right into my messages. And the most amazing thing is that I have, for me, and I hope that you can say this too about your partner or your future partner, that I have the most amazing partner in the world. And she supports me, she loves me, she cooks me food, she helps me to relax when I need to relax. She keeps me balanced. And these are some things that I'm so grateful to have. And I hope that you can also have someone in your life who loves and cares for you and does nice things for you and supports you and is there when you need them. Not them, but him or her. So, where do I start? Where do I start? Well, I will say this, after watching this life-changing movie last night on YouTube, it was so amazing. And I want to say to all the men and women in the military, God bless you. And to, bless all the families out there that will never get to see their loved one again because of war or violence. Send a prayer. It takes 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Send a prayer to someone in your family or someone who's going through a hard time, or keep in mind to all the people out there who will never get to come home and see their loved ones. And I didn't go to sleep till 1:30 a.m. because of that movie. And it made me realize, well, not only did it make me realize this, but also on the Joe Rogan podcast, he had a guest on, and this is a quote from Confucius. And Confucius said that, a man and a woman, a man or a woman is born 2 times. First, when they come out into this world, and the second time they're born is when they realize that they're going to die, And I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to be 33 this year. Things are going great, I'm happy. My parents are 62. I have a brother, 36. I have a 4 or 5 year difference, depending on the time of the year. And it's kind of like, yeah, it's sad, because you think about this, you're not going to be here forever. That you're just going to leave a footprint behind. And what kind of footprint are you leaving behind? Not only the carbon footprint, but also the inspirational footprint, the creative imprint on people's lives. And I think that's what's the most important thing in this reality, is that what are you leaving behind for the people? What are you leaving behind in your name? Now, some people may not care. Maybe some people's priority in life is to lay around the sofa and be lazy and watch videos all day and just waste their life. And there's a lot of that. But I can't do that. I can't just sit around leisure every single day, or wait until the weekend, or wait until vacation. This life is worth a lot more than just spending time watching videos on YouTube, or being obsessed, or always checking your iPhone or your smartphone, or checking social media. Yes, it's okay to do that, but you have to learn how to have the balance. You have to have willpower. If you don't have any willpower in this life, it's going to pass you by. It truly is. And also, I watched this amazing video by Dana White. I should probably just link that in the description as well. Dana White, who's head of the UFC. And it's just, I don't even know how to get this off my chest. I don't know how to get this into words on this live stream, because yes, this is about how to become a successful, online teacher and TEFL abroad and things like that. But not only this is a pet peeve, but it's like, the more I'm coming into contact with people on the Facebook Messenger, people from non-native English speaking countries, I'm willing to help you. I'm willing to guide you as much as I possibly can, but you have to take the steps. And then for the native English speakers out there, you have everything going in your favor just because you're from a native English speaking country. And there's so many people out there that are from non-native English speaking countries who have better work ethics, not better work ethics, but more discipline and more follow through and more determination. And yes, there's different types of people all over the world, but I'm realizing how lazy people are. I really, really mean that. And just common courtesy, like, it doesn't take much to be courteous to someone. It doesn't take a lot to be kind to someone. You know what I mean? It doesn't take a lot. And when I'm helping people, I'm not asking a lot. I'm asking literally for you to click into something or to enter a code, which takes 5 or 10 seconds. And some people, they cannot even answer me. They just keep going and rambling on with their questions. And I'm like, well, look, if you're not willing to take the first step, why am I going to keep wasting my time with you? You know, that's just the truth. It's the truth. And thanks to Will Van Dam, who has followed through. If I did anything right, I'm happy that I messaged Will Van Dam out of all 300 people that I've been speaking with. Because he told me, hey, you know, you have a great following on YouTube. You have a lot of people that watch your videos. And I do. I almost have basically 30,000 people a month watching these videos. And when you have that amount of people watching your content, you know, consuming your content, it's silly, it's foolish not to learn how to make more money from your opportunity that you have every day. And this goes for you too. This is not something selfish that I'm up here talking about, my life and what I'm doing. This goes hand in hand with what you're doing with your life. You have to raise your standards. You have to raise the level a little bit on your life and believe in yourself that you are worth it. You have to wake up in the morning and think that I am wealthy, I am healthy. Yeah, the law of attraction, all those things work. It's great. I love it. But if you don't take the action, then it doesn't mean anything. You know, you're just going to waste your life. And I don't want you to waste your life. I want to see people become successful. Because that's what really excites me in the world. Because when I was 15 years old, I realized that I wanted to instruct people. Because when I was 15, I was already a really fast swimmer. And I helped this one boy drop like 20 seconds in a 25-meter freestyle in the summer. And then after that, it was like, boom, everybody wanted to come up to me, moms and dads. Please, can you help teach my son or my daughter how to swim faster? And, oh, my son can't swim. Can you help him? My daughter wants to improve on the 25 or the 50 meter. Please help us. And then I was helping all these people improve and get faster. And I was like, well, 15 or 16, I feel like I found something that makes me happy. You know, number one, I'm in the water. Number two, I love swimming. Number three, I love people and communication. And number four, the greatest thing, again, is seeing where someone is at. This is what I want you to remember as a teacher. This is so critical. I remember this 48 hours ago before I went to bed. I didn't even write it down, but thank God it just came back to me right now. Oh, now I just lost it. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. So Eric Nelson, I just want to say, nice to see you, and again here, I appreciate your time. Oh gosh, that was something really important I wanted to get off my chest. See, I got so many things going on because I'm interacting with so many people, you know. Okay, Eric, well that's great. You're moving to a new place. So anyway, let me just go ahead and just be brief. You can, you know, skip forward to all this. If you're a non-native English speaker, yes, you can teach at a school in Thailand, but there are some requirements and qualifications that you need to have. Yes, non-native English speakers can teach English online, but you have to have a great voice, you know? I know people are newbies, but you know, you can teach English online, but you have to apply yourself. You know, if you don't apply yourself and take action and take the initiative to open up your schedule, to post video moments, to write back to students, to be available, if you're not doing those things, it's not going to work. And that goes for native English speakers too. And if you are a native English speaker and you don't have a degree, then you can still get a job teaching with job placement assistance in Thailand with the program that I'm associated with and that I'm recommending to people. And as a native English speaker, you can teach English on Palfish, of course. But again, if you're not available and you're, oh, well, you know, I have to take off, you know, like maybe 1 month or something. Well, guys and gals, I hate to break it to you, but if you're a new teacher and you start a little bit opening up your schedule for 1 month and then you just disappear for 1 month, it's not going to work. Now, if you're a really great online instructor, the reason why I'm successful online is because I'm great at instructing online, and I know that for a fact. Am I the best? ever? No. Am I perfect? Absolutely not. Are there other online teachers better than me? Probably. But my voice, I've been instructing kids, as I said, since I'm 15 years old. I'm 33 now, so I've been doing this more than 15 years. When I was 19, my first year at Indian River Community College in Fort Pierce, Florida, I remember the first semester I had to take these prerequisite classes and stuff like that. And then in December, like 4 of my friends, we came together at the guidance counselor and we had to, check which classes that we want to take for the, the new year and the spring semester of 2006. And I realized that I didn't want to be a physical therapist. At the time, it was kind of hot. You could make like $50,000 a year, and my brother was going to do it. And I thought, wow, that'd be kind of cool, and make $50,000 and help people, get stronger and feel better and start moving and walking again. And then I realized, like, that's not for me. And I was like, I saw a teacher. I was like, multicultural education. I was like, that sounds interesting. Multicultural. Yeah, I always like to learn things about different countries, even as a young kid, So when I checked that, that was the moment when my life changed forever, because the next semester I had the most amazing teacher, Dr. Marta Cronin. And thank you so much. I have so much gratitude for that teacher from Indian River Community College. And I even went back and visited her. I know her family was originally from Cuba, but she was, I believe born and raised in Miami. And she spoke Spanish, she spoke English, and she looked at things from she looked at things from a multicultural perspective. So when we had the classes together, she had all these amazing examples. She used videos, she used different types of media to get us thinking and encouraging us, getting in group circles or teams, and talking about how we react in certain situations. And that's what teaching is all about, is how can you adapt? How can you react in certain situations when you have a challenging student? Or if you have a great student, an advanced student, that's also a challenge too, because you got to be on your toes and keep the lesson flowing. I had somebody, I'm not going to say who, and this is not to put anybody down, but the person was like, do we have to, this is a person from a non-native English speaking country, and I say it like that because I don't like to say that, but I'm just trying to, when I say that, I'm trying to put things into perspective with people with titles. Titles are not everything, but they do have a lot of weight in the world. They do. So, okay, now my iPad is charging, so I don't cut off in the live stream. So, I told the person, you need to create, native English speakers are not, native English speakers are only allowed onto the official kids course at the moment. And then I said, you can still teach free talk conversations and, you can earn money on there. And the person said, do we have to prepare all the lessons? And I said, yes, you are responsible for being prepared, duh. And you have to have some questions ready for the students and some type of format for the duration of that class, the conversation, the lesson, whatever the case may be, because everybody on free talk conversation is looking for something different. They're all different types of ages. And then the person just said, oh, that sounds like too much. So you want to teach online, you want to make money teaching online and get students. Oh, but asking the student questions is too much. Creating a lesson plan or having an idea of what you're going to do for each lesson, oh, that's too much. It's like, well, what do you want to do? You think that you can just download an application and then just magically all these people are going to be flooded into your direction and you're just going to make thousands of dollars each month? Like, how do you think that's going to work out? It's like people are living in some kind of fantasy world and people don't want to work hard and people are not determined. And it's another reason why I feel very, very grateful that I had a strong background and discipline with athletics. Because if I didn't have to do all these grueling swimming practices every single day doubles, sometimes swimming in the morning and then going to high school and then swimming again in the afternoon. Sometimes I couldn't even wake up to do it because it was like 4:45 a.m. in the morning. How many teenagers in the USA or around the world are waking up at 4:45 a.m. in the morning to go swimming in a cold pool before high school classes? And you have to eat in between all that and maintain homework and stuff. You know? Not a lot, but I had to do that, you know? And at the time I hated it, you know, especially with my parents making me wake up in the morning, but I'm so grateful that they gave me that discipline at an early age because it has a huge impact on what I do now. And you can self-teach yourself, you know. Self-taught education is really where it's at because I did not finish at the University of Central Florida, you know. So let me go back to when I was 19 real quick because that teacher changed the course of my life. And at the same time, I also stopped swimming. So I was 19 years old. Everything about my life up until that point had been all about swimming. And yeah, I did a great job in elementary school. I had like straight A's, was reading all kinds of books. I was in the accelerated reader program and I was like one of the top readers in the whole school every year. Fastest runner in my class every year. But then like in middle school and high school, I just kind of like goofed off, you know. I stopped taking Ritalin. Yeah, I stopped taking Ritalin in like 7th grade because I started having like really severe stomach problems and nausea and stuff. And when I got off it, I felt a lot better. But then again, I wasn't able to like really focus in on, you know, class and paying attention to the teacher. But then I also realized how boring it was and that the public school education is just on something that it's not really benefiting people to their full potential. I think we all know that, right? So when I was 19 and I started to take these multicultural education courses and doing field experience at different schools and getting, you know, you have to get a background check and then an FBI background check and all that stuff before you can go and do field experience at schools, observe the students and observe the teacher, you know, how the classroom is presented and stuff like that and lesson materials. And I don't know why, as soon as I went into every class, you know, the kids loved me, you know, and you got to have a special type of energy if you want to be a teacher. And then if you're going to be a kids teacher, you have to have even something more unique and more creative because there are a lot of people out there who ask me, you know, can we teach adults? Can we teach older students on Palfish, you know, or just in general? And yes, you can, but it's not going to be as consistent. So if you get frustrated with kids, if you don't have patience for kids, if you don't like to repeat things to kids, then forget about teaching online and just forget about the whole teaching profession because it's not going to work out for you. Now, if you get to middle school and high school, it's a bit different, of course. You know, there's a different like level of awareness and understanding. I mean, that's common sense. But I mean, I'm here for you guys. I don't know how to make that more evident. I'm here for you guys. I'm doing everything I possibly can to get people started on the right track. But at the same time, I can't just keep wasting my energy, my time on people who are not even willing to get their butt out of bed in the morning and get moving, you know? So if you're one of those type of people who has willpower, is committed, has dedication to something, then you are light years ahead of everybody in this world. Because most people can't even get out of bed in the morning. Most people can't even answer questions online, like simple questions. I had this one person, I said, do you have a TEFL certificate? I mean, I have to ask that. If I'm going to help people become teachers, Palfish is going to ask that. You know, online companies are going to ask for that. Schools are going to ask for your certification, TEFL, TESOL, CELTO, whatever it is. There's all kinds of names and acronyms. And the person said yes. And I said, okay, does it have a certificate number? Now, this is something new for me. Some people don't know, and that's okay. And I just say it should be on your certificate. You should see like a little number in the bottom corner, left or right corner. And don't worry, I'll get to everybody's comments. Don't worry. So keep the comments and questions coming on the live stream. And the person said, are you joking? I'm like, why would I be joking? And then they just never messaged me back. So I just asked for the certificate number, and the guy thought I was joking. And then I said, why would I be joking? So no answer. And then, somebody else who I'm trying to explain that you need to be available at least 10 hours minimum each week. That's 2 hours a day. Like, you don't have 2 hours a day? Like, what are you doing? If you don't have 2 hours a day, then you shouldn't even bother saying that I'm interested to teach online. That's the truth. So you have to be willing to research things yourself too. You can't just look, again, to newbies and people who are just getting started. I know it can be overwhelming, okay? I have the passion, I have the patience, I have the compassion, the empathy, all that. I truly do. Or else I wouldn't be up here right now. I could be meditating right now. I could go outside right now and get some fresh sun and get some fresh air before my classes in 1 hour. But I want to get these things off my chest. And the last live stream that I did, even though there was a piece inside of me saying, you don't need to do it, just watch a video, get in the bed and relax and go to sleep, that type of voice. And then the other voice is like, just do it. Like, you're going to die one day. This whole thing is going to be finished one day. So why not just upload it? You never know who you can have an impact on or an effect on. And then, 2 people. One person interested to do a online bachelor's expedited degree. That's major. So if that person follows through and is actually serious, that's a total life changer. From me just getting on for free to upload and talk on a live stream right now. And you have to have that willingness to do things for free, unpaid. And if you don't, then you're not going to go very far with your life and your goals and your dreams. You're not. The reason why people get far ahead is because they're willing to do things for free. Not always, not forever, but when you're just getting started and nobody knows you, it's the same thing. Like, if you have no experience teaching at all, zero, zip, go to your local school. There's schools in every country, all over the world. Go to a local school and volunteer. 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 2 hours a day, after school, extracurricular activities, whatever the case may be. Be creative, Use search engines on Google. It will help you. And then, okay, at least you can say, I have some experience teaching at a school. I really enjoy working with children. It's really fun. They're not so serious like adults. They don't know about paying bills and responsibilities like that. They're in their own play world. And then you're going to know and have a lot more awareness about what you want to do, where you want to go with it, if it's for you or if it's not for you. Right? Okay? You get what I'm saying? It's like you have to be willing to make a move. And it drives me crazy. It really does. Because people have opportunities and they can't even just make a move. It's as simple as that. Make a mistake. People are so afraid to make mistakes and fail. Look, I've been through it all. I've lost my job. I had to drop, but I didn't finish UCF, my elementary education degree. How do you think that felt? Having to move it back at home when I'm 28 years old with my mom and dad at 28 years old. How does that feel? That feels like a complete bum failure. But I didn't quit because there's some kind of fire inside of me. Ever since I got in a head-on collision in February 17th, 2011, when a drunk driver hit me, in my opinion, it was a life after death experience, and I don't care what people have to say about that, because I definitely was not in my body anymore when I blasted off into somewhere else. And then I heard that voice and it said, "It's not your time." And then it was like, and then all of a sudden, blood coming out of my nose, steam, like smoke everywhere. I thought that my truck was going to explode. And I didn't walk for 3 months, but I kept on trucking forward. And I want to say thanks to Ian Smith, and I gotta send him a message again and thank him. It's an old swimming buddy. This is something else you guys gotta remember. Right now, get off the live stream and start messaging people and tell them thank you. Someone who made an impact in your life, a teacher, a family member, a friend, somebody out there. Make sure that you say thank you to someone today and tell them why. I found one of my old high school teachers from 9th grade, my old English teacher, Mr. Tolliver, Jonathan Tolliver from Mississippi, and he moved to Virginia. And he treated everyone equal and fairly. And I told him, I said, hey, from all, if I could say one great thing about you was the fact that you looked at people in the eye as equals and you listened to us. And I think that is what's so important. And that's another reason why I'm really great with kids, because I listen to them and I understand them. But other adults, I remember when I was in Hampton City schools, and I can no longer teach in the state of Virginia, public schools, any type of education center there or system. And I don't have regrets. So I failed at so many things, was removed from so many things, but it was because God was preparing me for the bigger plan. And as soon as I made that trip, first Ian Smith helped me get the high school swimming coach position at Bethel High School. And if I didn't have that at that time, it was like $1,800. It was 2 different checks that I got. And I would not have been able to take care of myself throughout that time. And then also I want to say thank you to Wade Palmore, Mr. Palmore. If he didn't believe in me to be a swim coach for the summer, even though I didn't do the greatest job, I was sometimes late, sometimes didn't complete things that I should have completed on time, really like poor job on my performance. But regardless, I got that position, and that money that was available got me back to Costa Rica, back to TEFL teaching abroad. And you gotta learn how to reach out to people. One time when I was in Boulder, Colorado, and I was connecting with so many people, and I was just getting really started on Palfish, and I didn't have enough money to go to Hong Kong. I was like, this is when I was all over the place. I didn't know what to do with my life. And Palfish started to change it, and I started to realize, wow, I can make money per minute. And this one person, was like crying on the phone with me, having some serious family issues, and I talked her through it. I'll never forget this. It was like an hour and 30 minutes. I had to go back and charge my phone. It was an hour and 30 minutes that I was talking to this person online. And I helped her through it, and then I made her calm down, and towards the end of the conversation, she thanked me and said, "Thank you so much, teacher. I don't know where I would be right now with you. Thank you for talking everything through with me." And after that conversation, I was like, whoa, this is the greatest feeling. I'm getting paid to help people and cheer them up, And it was like this light bulb moment. And I was like, I gotta get to Asia, I gotta get to the other part of the world. And then my friend, was a student, Carlos, who I only had seen maybe 4 or 5 times. 4 or 5 times, that's it. I told him, I said, hey, I'm $200 short. I'm $200 short. 200 on my ticket to Hong Kong. And I need to get there in like 2 days. I need to leave. This was like the super cheap ticket. And he transferred $700, but I gave him the wrong email to my PayPal. So I contacted PayPal. They reversed the transfer, And then I gave him my correct email address. So somebody who was like, I just said $200, and then he said, here's 700. This is a person who's not incredibly wealthy. You know, it was a student that I was helping to teach in Costa Rica. And again, I only met the person 4 or 5 times. But they sent me $700 and I gave them the wrong email address. How would you feel if you sent $700 to someone and then they tell you, oh, it was the wrong email. Can you please resend it? How would that make them feel, or you feel? Like, that's a terrible feeling. But I said, it's okay, the money went back to your account, and please send it over to the other email address. So literally $700 went into my account. And then when I was in Nicaragua, when I took time off from teaching, when I was working on this organic farm for this 4-star, 5-star resort, Yamaya, on Little Corn Island, which is a pure paradise, I was on the boat to get some medicine because I had this bacteria infection in my foot, and the clinic on the island had like 20, 30-year-old medicines, you know, like antibiotics and stuff. It was like really not easy to get medical care. There was no cars, no motor, nothing gas powered on the whole island. It was 600 people on the island, and it was like a couple hotels, and that's it. And all locals working at these hospitality places. And so I was going on a boat to go to see the doctor, and then there's these 2 gentlemen from Washington, D.C. One was a dentist, and another guy was, I think he was in like political party or something. And really nice guys, talked to them, took pictures with them, really great people. And that was pretty much it, you know, and I told them thank you a lot, you know, online. But nothing, like no contact in months. And then I reached out to him and I said, hey man, I have this amazing thing going on right now with teaching English online. If I can just get over to Asia, then my whole career is going to start to flourish. Can you please help me out? I'm short on my ticket. I just need the $200. And then he sent me the $200 and he said, you're a good kid, you're a good guy, you know, and I believe that this is a good investment on my part to help you get started on your career. So many people have helped me out, but it's not because I sat back in the sofa or in the bed or in the chair and had all these sob stories and made all these excuses. No, I reached out to people. I took the leap of faith. I didn't care what people were going to think about me when I had to ask for money. And people supported me, they backed me up. And this is another reason why I feel like I have an obligation and responsibility to keep giving back to people and keep inspiring people, encouraging people, motivating people. Because look, if you can get started to teach abroad at a school, you can create income for yourself. You can have the most amazing cultural experience. And everybody, this is most people in here right now, 11 people, please hit the thumbs up. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. It takes 1 second. That's all it is. It's 1 second. But when you're teaching at a school, you have the paycheck, you have the most amazing cultural experience, you're going to be learning a new language. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you so much. You're going to be learning a new language, the new food, the new environments. Hopefully you're at like a place where you can go to the mountains or see nature or the beach. It's a beautiful place here in Thailand. So many beautiful places. And then if that's not for you and you want to teach English online but you want to travel, that is also available now in 2019. So the future belongs to those who have willpower and self-control. Because you can have a lot of willpower, but if you don't have self-control to erase and get rid of the bad habits and the old patterns that were not really supportive in your direction, then you can't really keep advancing to those new levels. And the reason why I'm having these amazing revelations in my dreams, before I go to sleep, when I wake up, throughout the day, is because I'm constantly active on my mission. And my wife told me, she said, I've never seen you work this hard. You're talking to so many people, come with me and relax for a little bit, And I'm like, well, I do need to relax a little bit. I'm getting worked up with all these people that I'm coming in contact with. So it's and I could literally go 4 hours on a live stream. I'm serious. But hey, I have a quick question before I check the chat box. I want to check the loyalty and the seriousness of the people who are watching this live stream, because the 11 people watching right now, you must like something that I'm doing. Otherwise, you would not be sitting here listening to me. Be positive, have a good attitude. But in the chat, just yes or no. Would you be willing? Would you be willing to support me on Patreon? If you don't know Patreon, it's a platform, an app where you can create a profile, you upload videos and pictures, and there's different, like, I'm kind of new to it. There's different tier systems, like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. But it's like, in addition to YouTube, I can upload things on Patreon and coach people, and people can support what I'm doing, because YouTube is not paying me a lot of money to do all these things. And the more resources that I have, the more benefit that I can be to people and show people what is truly, truly possible in this reality. So, for example, thank you for waiting. For example, say yes or no in the chat box, please, the 11 people watching this. Would you be willing to give $1 or $3 to my Patreon page to get the coaching, to get the more in-depth videos? For example, when I'm going to coach somebody, Catherine, thank you so much. Hey, Catherine, before I forget, I want you to send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I hope you have it. Send me a message on Facebook Messenger and just say hello. Why? Because I personally want to assist you with anything in regards to teaching abroad or online. Any question, if you're not successful the way you want to be, if things are not progressing the way you want to be, I will literally do everything I can and do my homework on your behalf, because you're the first person that said that. That says a lot. And things have to come from the heart. Things have to come from the heart, everybody. And Eric, thank you so much. Mr. Josh Dude, I can do without an ice cap each month. Oh, wow. It's amazing. I appreciate the support. You three wonderful souls, thank you so much. I truly, truly appreciate it. So, today in my free time, I'm going to do my best to create the Patreon page and get that started. Now let me check everybody's messages real quick, because I'm telling people they don't check my messages and my questions, so I don't want to be a hypocrite. Okay, Eric, hope you're going to move and get going on your career. Gretchen, what was the movie that you watched that you started to talk about? So, I don't know if I can get on YouTube right now because I'm on a live stream, but what I'll do is I'll put the link in the video. And as a reminder, again, because I'm literally doing so many things, I really am. Gretchen, please do this for me. I don't know if you can do comments yet, like leave a comment in the comment section because it's live right now. But as soon as I finish this live stream, it will be uploaded within 30 minutes. It takes time on 4G. Just say, I might be able to remember, okay? But just in case if I don't remember, I want to make sure that I give you what you want. Please, in the comment section, just say, what was the link or what was the name of the movie? And that way, I will see that and then automatically remember. And if I do remember, then I'll be able to put it in the description with a link, okay? It's like an hour and 47-minute movie. It's life-changing, and at the end of the movie it touched my heart, and I felt like my grandmother was speaking to me. I feel like a lot of the people in my family and people that I've lost along the way, friends in high school, seriously, like, it's like these quiet voices of encouragement. So there are unseen forces working in your favor, but they're not going to scream and shout at you. That's why having a quiet mind is amazing. So Gretchen, hopefully you can do that for me. Thank you so much. Okay, Eric Nelson in the Philippines, Canadian in the Philippines. I was on the swim team in high school as well for a couple years in the winter. We had to do snow angels and 2 feet of snow in our Speedos for a minute. It was brutal. What? Why would the coach make you guys do that? That's crazy. Gretchen, amen is right. Kamai Valentine signed up for Palfish, but my verification failed. Any suggestions? So, number one, if you did have a verified failed, you have to make sure that you complete your profile completely. If it's incomplete, then it can't get verified. It will say failed. So, perhaps Kamei Valentine, you can send me a message on Palfish. It's very easy to find me. Go to the top of your profile page on search, type my name, Camden Long, send me a message, and I'll take a look at your profile, okay? Thank you so much. Next, please, this is before I forget, stop putting like AOL Instant Messenger names as your Palfish profile teacher name, please. Please stop that. I help people for so long on messages and questions, and then they didn't even use my link. They didn't tell me my link worked when I asked them specifically, hey, if my link doesn't work or if you have any issues, please contact me. And they didn't even do that. So then they signed up on Palfish, did their demo, and then, okay, so whatever, I don't get a teacher bonus, whatever. It just gives me more awareness about how much people really care. And it doesn't matter because the unseen forces, the Lord that's working at hand, I will be in the favor of that direction, of more positive and more wealth and more prosperity, because I'm still doing things from the heart, and at the same time, I'm moving forward with my online teaching career. So, yes, Palfish is my powerhouse, and then outside of that powerhouse, I'm doing my best to build up all these other assets, like YouTube, like Instagram, like Facebook. And you guys and gals gotta get on it. Do you want to be 50, 60 years old and worried about where you're going to get your money from? I don't think so. Do you want to travel the world? Are you going to be 60 years old and just keep watching videos of people traveling the world? Are you going to go out there and get it yourself? It's a question you have to ask yourself. Okay, back to the chat questions. Here we go. Samantha. Hello, Samantha. I don't know if you're still here. I hope you are. My interview is set up for Sunday. Cannot wait. Can't wait. Well, first of all, I hope that you are fully prepared. On the Palfish Facebook page, there's so many helpful videos, even on the Palfish YouTube channel. I should put that in the link descriptions too. Because the administration has put out a lot of great videos on mistakes to avoid for the interview, how to prepare for the interview, and also Reese James, RHYS James on Palfish, RJC, I think, Palfish on his YouTube channel. He has lots of helpful videos as well. Very professional teacher. So Samantha, if you have any questions, let me know. And how did you find Palfish? It's not just about me trying to get a referral bonus, but I'm just naturally curious because so many people criticize me. You know, when I made that video about going to Laos, this one person, I don't know if everything's going okay with, you know, in his reality, but lashing out and super aggressive. And then I didn't answer the person's YouTube comments because I'm not going to answer back to negativity. There's really no need to. And then the person bombarded me on Instagram and I didn't even accept the message because I read the message and I'm like, yo, this guy, he needs to take a breather, you know? So many people want to criticize, you know, I've also been on the other side. And I can't just sit here and say that because I have been on the other side. And that's why empathy and compassion is so important. Because I did follow a lot of people on YouTube and Facebook and a lot of mentors. And, you know, I have a very obsessive personality. When I get onto something, I'm really, really on it. So I was consuming some videos every day, all day for years, since like 2010. And then I started to realize some things that, you know, made me feel kind of bad inside. I'm like, man, that person really doesn't care, or, you know, they didn't really answer my question, and why didn't they respond to me? Well, probably because I wasn't persistent enough and I didn't answer them enough, you know? That's number one. So if somebody doesn't answer you in life, you have to keep trying. And that takes confidence and belief in yourself. You have to keep trying. And the more persistent you are and the more simplified your message is, the more likely he or she will get back to you, or the company, or the organization. So I can understand where people get frustrated on the whole social media thing and they write comments. Maybe it's not the most positive comment. And, I wanted one time Tai Lopez, I'll just say Tai Lopez, his advertisements always come on my news feed. Every time I click into a YouTube video, I always get his ad videos. I think what he's been able to do in his life is amazing, and I can't say anything bad about it. I can't, But the way that he tries to get people to watch his videos and sign up for his test groups, it is what it is. It is what it is. And so I wanted to write a message like, well, you're nothing compared to Gary Vaynerchuk. He actually gives content away for free and tries to help a lot of people and doesn't care about all these conferences and these test groups and stuff. Everybody's got their own thing. And who are you, or who am I to try to criticize people? They're not doing anything bad. They're still helping people. So again, learning how to look at content and how to perceive content is very critical to your success, because if you're looking at people on your newsfeed and you see them doing something great and you're like, oh, forget that person, man. Oh, they have a nice life and blah, 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 blah. That negative mind, it's not going to help you. You have to be happy for other people's success. You really do. You truly do. And here we go. And also, Dana White from the UFC. He's worth billions. UFC's worth billions of dollars now. Listen to his talk. I should put that link too in the description. I need to get more inspirational, more educational resources in my description so people can click into my videos, but also check out description and see inspiring stuff. That's what it's really all about, is changing lives and sharing content that's influenced me. The same with you. You've got to be willing to show gratitude to your mentors and share content that's inspiring you, because when you share it, it can inspire a lot of people. Even if it's one person, that's one life change for that day. And I don't want to, it's karma, it's going to come back to you. Yeah, okay, cool. But it's just doing the right thing, because that's leverage. Karmic leverage that you can build up in your reality, and it'll all come back. The more you give back, the more it'll come back. Okay. Let's see. So Samantha, if you have questions, let me know. I'd be happy to help you. Eric, I taught classroom English for about 6 or 7 years, but never taught online. Really excited to teach online. I'm almost 50 years old, but still got the gumption. Okay, that's great. You have a positive attitude. You're commenting a lot on my videos, and I appreciate it. But when are you going to start? Got to get going, man. Because I've seen your comments for quite a while now. Jim Barr, VCU. That's cool. Richmond in the house. Thank you, Jim, for letting me know. Appreciate it. And Jim, if you have questions or you want to teach online, let me know. I'm the man to help you out. And Melanie, hello, Melanie. Where are you from? I don't believe I have ever seen you comment on my videos, so thank you kindly. Eric, we have the same background, I will tell you sometime. Okay, Eric, sounds good, man. And hey, Mr. Josh Dude, glad to see, let's see, the stream is back up. Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Josh Dude 101. Positive feedback, positive influence here on the YouTube channel. And let me know how I can help you. All the people out here supporting me, I want to support you. I want to see you grow. I've already got my schedule full for teaching online. I'm set. I just have to keep showing up to the lesson and doing a great job in following the rules and the instructions and the requirements, and I'll be good to go and save my money from now on. I'll be good to go. But a lot of people out there, one guy messaged me, single father, has an 8-year-old girl, just moved to Thailand, or just got to Thailand a little while ago, and he said, this whole Palfish thing is like God sent, it's heaven sent. It really is. So it's like, wow. I said, you know what? I said a really, really thoughtful, heartfelt message, and I just said, hey, you know, kudos to you, basically, and you're a great father, and you want to support and give your daughter a great life, and you're not just going to sit around and be a waste. You know, at least that, you know, I know a lot of single moms and a lot of single dads, and I've talked to a lot, you know, and the ones out there that are doing their best, keep going strong. I know it's not easy, but you'll find someone at the right time. And I know that sounds cliche, but you will. You will. And, oh man, it's like communication in the world is everything. Communication in the world is everything. And you got to start taking life more seriously. You don't have to be uptight, but you got to start taking life more seriously, everybody. Okay, let me see what's going on. Catherine, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. It's great encouragement to hear my own thoughts echoed by someone who's where I want to be in 10 years. Well, Mr. Josh, dude, how old are you? Or how young are you? I can do it. Okay. Thanks again, Gretchen. Appreciate it so much. Josh Works. Made my account like 8 years ago in middle school. Huh? Movie on what? Sorry, I missed that portion of the stream. Okay, as I said, I'm going to put that link in there so you can check out the movie. Catherine, I will message you on Facebook. Have to go now, though. I have a super early morning teaching. I'm in the States, Alabama. Teach online, Beijing time. Thanks, Camden. Good night. Well, Catherine, have a great class. And my brother went to Auburn University. So actually, I didn't live there, but if you add up all the time I've been in Auburn, it's over a month. Jim, you're almost 60. Okay, well, try it out. See what happens. What tools do I use to an intro recording for Palfish? Again, for Palfish, forget about the laptop. You need at least an iPhone 6S, some type of iPad or a tablet or some type of Galaxy. I'm not an expert. I can't recommend anything about tablets and Galaxies. I just know that from reading group chats, many teachers do have tablets or a Galaxy. But I know that for me and for other people as well, iPad works great and iPhone also is great, but it's too small. And now that I've got an iPad, a whole new world opened up to me teaching and also how I'm starting to use social media. And yes, I still like to watch some fun videos, but that's not my priority. My priority is advancing my career and opportunities for other people, as should your priorities as well. So again, Eric, you got to use the mobile device. A friend of mine is a teacher with Palfish and told me about it. Okay, cool, Samantha. That's wonderful. Lucia Flights, ES, hi from USA, hello. I'm from the USA as well. What state are you from? That's nice of you, Mr. Josh, dude. He says, it's a toxic mindset. Spite and hateful behaviors are never beneficial in my short life experience. Yeah, you know, it's easy to get sucked into it. It's so easy to get sucked into it, but it's also easy to say no. And the more you say no, the more self-confidence you build. My voice is getting dry, so my eyes are watering. You see, like, I should be outside right now, exercising, moving, but I want to get this done for you guys. I found out about Palfish when I saw your videos for the first time. That was a year and a half ago, and I signed up immediately and have been teaching ever since. Well, Gretchen, that's amazing. And hey, real quick, guys, I know everyone already told me about the support on Patreon, and thank you so much. But please, please, do me a quick favor. What I'm asking is, thanks to Will Van Dam, who also helped me make a new Facebook like banner, and I'm gonna update it as soon as I gotta dig out the laptop, my wife's laptop somewhere, and put my new YouTube banner picture up. It's really cool. It's when I went to China. I'm standing in front of what they call the Gukong, which is like the Forbidden City, right in front of this beautiful like Chinese architecture. And one second. Okay, now I remember. So I'm going to do a montage or compilation. So people who are my friend Alec, who's from Serbia, he's going to be doing it. 60 seconds is great, but I think even 30 seconds would be better. I want you to send a 30-second video onto Facebook Messenger. Your name, where you're from, and your age. That would help. I know some people don't want to say, I know, but be proud of how old you are or how young you feel, because you have life and it's just a number. Your age, if you like, would be helpful to give people perspective, okay? Because when you say an age, everybody's a different age, and if they, wow, that person's 34, I can do it. That person's 22, I can do it. Wow, that person's 54, I can do it, you know? Okay? And then, so name, where you from, your age, and then maybe 2 things on how my videos helped you become a successful online English teacher. So just 2 things about how my videos have helped you, my advice, my tips have helped you to become a more successful online English teacher, to get more bookings and things like that, and just create a better life for yourself. And then 1 thing you love about teaching online with Palfish. Very simple, 30 seconds. You can, don't send me the email, send me to Facebook Messenger, to my inbox. So again, 30-second video. These are the online teacher success stories, and then I'm going to compile it, maybe have 10 teachers, and it's going to be super cool. And that's going to be the first kind of new big project that I'm going to do. It shouldn't take that long, but it takes time. I have to message people, then I have to wait for them. So again, if you're not willing to do stuff and communicate with people, again, your life is not going to get drastically better. And it's okay if you're an introvert. Learn how to write better. And if you are an introvert, you still have to learn how to tap into the extrovertness. Okay? Because I'm both. I'm extrovert right now. But when I'm not, I like to relax and recharge with some meditation and just be by myself and not around anyone. Eat my food by myself sometimes, you know? You have to understand who you are, and then you'll tap into your true greatness. Okay, here we go. Back to the chat. Okay, so Lucia is still on the TEFL course. Thank you for all your help and advice. When do you finish your TEFL course, and where are you doing it? That would be great to know. Gretchen said, tomorrow I'm retiring after 30 years of teaching. I'm going full-time with Palfish. Thanks to you, Camden. Well, Gretchen, hopefully in 2 or 3 months, you can be on like the next, online teacher success story montage video, and you can do that 30 seconds or 60 seconds for me. That would be wonderful. And again, if you have any questions, you can message me on Palfish and let me know. There's so many resources out there how to get better. Missouri in the house. What's up, Melanie? First time commenting, loving all the inspiration. Well, I'm loving all of the inspiration that you guys give me, because it gives me the motivation to keep going. And thank you so much. I appreciate that. I believe it's the first person from Missouri who has messaged me, and a teacher from Missouri. So anyway, if you want to get started, then you gotta let me know. Mr. Josh, how long does the Palfish registration take? Should take 24 to 72 hours, okay, from start to finish. You can complete your teacher profile if you take a long time, a few minutes, maybe 1 hour. Should not take any more than 1 hour, okay? And then you gotta wait 24 to 72 hours to get your thing verified. And Melanie says, oh wait, I did comment on one other video a week ago or so, forgot which one. No worries at all, and thank you for commenting. I greatly appreciate it. Mr. Josh is 22. Next year I want to go for a run along the Great Wall. Have you done that yet, Camden? Actually, I didn't. When I went to Beijing, I didn't have a lot of time when I was there, and also I was a bit strapped for cash. And in order to go to the Great Wall, you have to, if you have a friend or something like that, or a group team, then it's, you can just take a car with someone and go with your group team or your students or something like that. But if you go with like a company, I don't know, I forget how much it was, but it's not like it's in the center center of Beijing. You have to go outside Beijing to the Great Wall. But hey, Mr. Josh, you're on the right track. You sound ambitious, adventurous, and make sure that you're connecting on social media with all of your stuff that you're doing, because it can inspire a lot of people. Okay, Melanie says, I've been teaching for a month, 87 hours or so, also full-time job, 4-year-old daughter, doing Palfish to pay off credit card debt. Just real quick, I paid off all my credit card debt in 2018. So I am credit card debt free. That's amazing. I don't know how many Americans are credit card debt free. Not that many, but I am officially have no debt from credit cards. And you can make it happen, Melanie. So stay positive out there and keep going strong. That's my best advice. Lucia Flights, Camden, you have given me such a kind of inspiration to start teaching online from South Haven, Mississippi, United States. This is what I don't understand. The internet is so amazing because it's connecting and networking so many different things in so many different places. So like, I did this live stream and I mentioned I probably since 5th grade have never even mentioned the state Mississippi, or when I had to drive through it when I traveled to Louisiana, but you know what I mean. It's not like every day I'm in Mississippi this and Mississippi that, or whatever state, not even my home state I don't talk about all the time every day. But in the live stream I mentioned about the fact that I told my English teacher from 9th grade, thank you, Mr. Jonathan Tolliver, who was from Mississippi and moved to Virginia. So it's like the 9 people who are watching this, like, what are the chances of that I, for the first time, said thank you, mentioned my English teacher who's from Mississippi, and somebody from Mississippi is watching this live stream. That's crazy. Okay, so let's keep moving. Lucia Flights. I'm only going to be on here a few more minutes. I got to go eat my breakfast and spend some time with my wife, who I love so much. You love me? She doesn't want to answer. I told her, I was like, hey, you got to get on video with me, and we got to do a video. And she's like, Mayball.
Stop.
So here we go. Melanie, enough in my first month to pay off one credit card. It can happen. I don't want to say it can't happen, but give yourself 2 or 3 months. Do everything you can. Follow all of my tips, all of my advice, and learn from other teachers as well. And you should be on your way to be a successful online English teacher. Yes, hallelujah. And Eric Nelson, congrats, Mel. Yes, congratulations. See, wow, you guys are so positive. It's just 9 of us here, but everybody is so supportive of each other. And that is the chain reaction in our world that we need to have more. That's almost said have more of. Somebody new, Athletic Initiative. That is a great goal. It absolutely is. About the wall, I spoke to a local and he told me a bus ticket costs $10 from the wall. Wow, it's super cheap. I'll go alone or with this. Yeah, exactly. So go on the weekday. I don't recommend going in the summer. Try like October. Everybody in China says that the most beautiful time to go is in October because it's not super cold, it's not super hot, and everyone's in school, so the Great Wall, it won't be crowded. Melanie says, do I miss living in the USA at all? So, yeah, of course I miss it. I would say this. I can talk 2 hours about this, but I'll just say this. Again, from my personal experience, the way I feel, now that I've been in Thailand for a longer time, for almost 3 years now, it's 3 years in July, it's more relaxed here. Now, you can have a relaxing life in America, live in the country, have your online thing, and it's quiet, But like, when I was living in Florida and going to school and teaching and going to classes, it was not an easy thing. And like, I never had a lot of money. So I was always struggling, always on like a survival type level. And I bought organic food. I go to Whole Foods. I don't know if you guys out there, Whole Foods, whole paycheck, right? I would go to Whole Foods every single day and spend like $25 on all organic food because I was super into it. I was like, got everything I spend money on, it's got to be something to keep making the earth sustainable. And everybody thought I was crazy, but I didn't care because I knew that my money was going towards something great and not just some. I know Whole Foods is a big corporation, but compared to going to another place to get my food or a farm that I want to support or a company that I want to support, it's like, do you want to support companies who are spewing pesticides all into the farm and then it's running into the natural water resources, or spend the extra $2 or $3 or whatever it is and get the upgrade not only for the earth, not only for the people who are involved at the small families, small family farms and the small businesses, which creates a strong middle class in any type of economy around the world, but it's going to be good for my health as well. And it's a good feeling inside because you're putting your money into something that's renewable and more sustainable than what would not be otherwise. I'm coming out in a few minutes, okay, sweetie?
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Gosh, you guys got to have a good partner. Okay, anyway, here we go. So, like when you're in the U.S., it's like, when I was living in Orlando, it was like every stoplight, like tons and tons of cameras. Look, I support law enforcement. I will say that. I support law enforcement. Like, if you need something in America, the police come. The ambulance comes. In Thailand, I don't know if the police are going to come so quickly, and especially at night. Kind of forget about it. And again, an emergency, I've never been in that type of situation, knock on wood. But if, from my, instinct and from living in America and then also living in different countries like Costa Rica and Nicaragua and visiting the different places and seeing things, it's like, man, the response time in America is so fast. And I think what makes America so amazing is that we're such a giving culture. And I know so many people are going to criticize that comment. But really, if you look at America, well, for example, if you look at Sweden, it's a very homogenized type of culture. Many countries around the world are very homogenized, meaning that there's not a lot of other kind of cultures and languages and mix of different people from different backgrounds. But America is all about that. We are so open, we're so friendly, and we're incredibly giving, not only to our country and our local community, but to other countries and to people we will never even see. Like my brother's church in Virginia, it's not a big church. They raise enough money, and then they're going to build a school for kids in the mountains of Chiang Rai, in the middle of nowhere, this little village area. So it's like, and I haven't done my research on what other countries do, but it's like, people try to criticize the USA so much, but we are incredibly charitable, and we accept so many people from all over the world. Try to do that in another country. Try to do that in another country. Not so easy. So there's so many cultures, there's so much diversity in America. All the states, they're completely different. People speak different types, the English accents. And so, yeah, of course, I miss USA for many reasons. But I will say that, when I came over to Asia, it was just like a snowball. Like, for my entire life, from my early 20s to when I started college, and even until I was 28, I was still asking my mom and dad, hey, can I have $100? I kind of short on money for food, or, I can't do this. And I got lucky, because the accident that I had, I got awarded like $30,000. And of course, most of that went to the lawyer, and I gave my mom and dad some, and they got me a used car, so I gave them money for that. So I was left with like $15,000. Now, I'm not saying you should go get an accident and get money like that. That was, thank God I'm still here, but I got $15,000. So I've had I don't want to call it a lucky break, but I've had some moments in my life. And again, it's because when you take that risk, the universe, God, is going to put things into your reality that you never even imagined. And that's the magic. That's the real magic of when you take a risk and you believe in yourself and something greater than yourself. God will work in your favor. It's not going to happen the way you want, when you want, or how you want. But I'll believe that, God's never going to put something into your reality that you're not strong enough to take it. And that's the way I like to look at it. So when you have faith, you keep walking forward, great things can happen. Okay. So, wow. But again, Thailand is just very relaxed. It's a over 90%. The people here are, Buddhism is their religion. So, and it's, it's not, there's some things here that are like more first world than some places in America, it's like, people talk about first world, third world countries, but like some things that I've seen in Thailand and China, I'm like, whoa, that blows away what I grew up with in my little small city in Hampton, Virginia. Serious. So, but overall now, especially that I'm in the country, it's just like, when I came here and I came to Asia, it was like my online teaching career opened up. You as a teacher over here, you are looked at as a role model. In America, we look up to doctors and lawyers and stuff like that, and we don't have much respect for education. We don't on a general scale. We have more respect for sports and athletics and superstars and celebrities and materialism and stuff like that. But over here, especially in China, education is everything. Having a good teacher is everything, and they're willing to put money and invest a lot of money into good teachers. And it's like, I never had that because I love teaching, but I never had the money that I wanted. It's like, and the opportunity and the consistency with it. So being over here, in addition with my career just flourishing and stuff like that, it's just so relaxing here. I don't feel like I have, remember what I was going to say about law enforcement. I support law enforcement 100%. And we need law enforcement because when something happens, police can be there for you. But here, when I bought my car last year, and I'm driving, because I've been in America for so long, I lived there for so long, when I'm driving here in Thailand, sometimes I look in the rear view mirror or the side mirror and I'm like, oh, nobody's following me. Because sometimes when you're driving at night, or even during the day, the police can run your tags. They'll look you up on the laptop, make sure it's registered and not stolen, and if you have a suspension on your license, all those things, which it does make the streets safer, because I've seen some crazy stuff out here in Thailand on the street, but also, again, it's because a lot of people don't have the money and resources to get a new truck, or to, speaking right there, people out here making their own trucks, people making their own engines out, putting an engine inside something with some wheels and putting some old car seats, and boom, that's what they're using to go on the farm, like their own handmade stuff to drive out here. And it's amazing because people are working with what they have. So it's not like when you go to a third world country, of course you're always going to have jerks, okay? But it's not like when you go to visit a country and there's, car fumes and stuff like that, it's not like people, like farmers, want to spew out all kinds of smoke. It's because they don't have the money to buy a new truck. They have this one truck, and it's going to last them their whole life because that's all they can afford at the moment. Okay, so again, that's also a perspective that traveling can give you, just to understand where people are coming from. But when I'm driving in Thailand, I don't have that paranoia, like, there's no police behind me, like, this is so crazy. It's like, because my little city in Hampton, like, police are parked, ready for speeding tickets, and then like, Orlando, I got like two running a red. It was like yellow, and I was under it. It turned red, and I still got to pay like over $100. And if you don't pay it, it goes up, and you get like points on your thing. So I haven't had that here. my wife said it's starting more in Bangkok. And again, I know it makes things safer. It really, really does. Yeah, it's a way for those companies and those organizations to make more money. And it's frustrating when you get it, but you'll probably correct your habits, or you'll get your car taken or your license suspended, and you'll have to keep paying more money if you want to get back on the road. So it's like there's a lot of pros and cons with everything in this world, and that's why, again, it's just about finding what you like and where you want to be, Okay, let me get back onto these chats real quick. And oh my gosh, I really got to stop in a few minutes because I teach in a few minutes, like 29 minutes, more than a few minutes. But I need to eat and I need to walk around a little bit. I've been sitting ever since I woke up this morning. And I'm going to be doing a lot of that. 20 lessons coming up on Saturday. So Melanie, I know I went for like 20 minutes about that, but hopefully that answered your question about do I miss America? Okay, guys, I'm literally going to finish everyone's message right now, and then I'm going to get ready to say my farewells. Sweet Pixies, this is my first month, and I'm very close to first month level 4. What? Okay, Sweet Pixies, please tell me that you're still here. Please, 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 please. At 10:48, you messaged like 20 minutes ago. Sweet Pixies, if you have Facebook Messenger, and if you don't, please create an account immediately. Send me a message because I don't know your name. I just want 30 seconds, a 30-second video of you. It would be nice to have a good background, but a 30-second video. Your name, where you're from, your age, 2 things in regards to how my videos helped you to get to level 4 your first month. That's amazing. That's amazing. It's inspiring. So 2 things like that you learned from my videos or my tips and advice, how they helped you become more successful and a better online teacher. And then 1 thing that you love about teaching online with Palfish. Sweet Pixies, if you could please send me a message on Facebook Messenger. And I don't know how much I can really help you out because you're already on level 4. Only 1 more level to go. But hopefully that message gets through to you. Josh, best of luck with the credit debts, everyone. I'm working to pay off my student loans. I should be clear in 2 or 3 years. Congratulations. That's really good, and you're still young. Oh, sorry for what, Melanie? Oh, so I made enough in 1 month to pay. Oh, okay. Well, hey, congrats. That's what I'm talking about. Like, even if you start small and it gets bigger, I didn't break $1,000 on Palfish until I was 6 months into it because I didn't apply myself enough. I didn't open myself up enough. Okay, so Sweet Pixies, I hope, thanks Mr. Josh. I'm reading everybody's message. Right now I'm teaching to pay for my kids' competitive sports. If I can make more, I'll attack those credit cards. Exactly, it sounds like you're responsible, you're going in the right direction, you care about your kids. We need parents who care about their kids and not just let them do whatever they want to do and sit around and get those credit cards. And I believe that if you put some effort into teaching online and you can find some quiet space, it can work out for you. Have you considered real estate options abroad? Josh, good question. I did for a bit. I was like, well, I have this condo. I'm going to move out of Chiang Mai, and Chiang Mai is super popular. Maybe I could just open it up like for Airbnb or something. But if something magically happened and I got a lot of money, then I don't think I'd buy a condo or apartment. I'd buy land, raw land, okay? And there's so many places in Thailand to do that or abroad. But I have considered it, but I really don't know anything about real estate. It takes a lot of investment money and a lot of time, and you have to think about, over 5 or 10 years, is it really going to pay for itself? And if it does pay for itself, am I going to be able to profit from it or just break even? So it's I don't really have too much experience in the real estate industry, but it does work for a lot of people. A lot of millionaires out there, they get a lot of money from real estate. So it takes some homework and research on your part, but I believe it's possible. Thanks for the time, Camden. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. I'll let you know when I'm finished moving. Appreciate all the hard work you do for us. God bless. And God bless you too, Eric. Mr. Josh, dude, ambulance wait times can be pretty bad in Canada. I trained within a few drivers, and I believe they said 1.3 hours is not uncommon. That's a long time, dude. My goodness. Maybe depending on where you're from, but in America, it's like they get the call and my mouth is so dry. When they get the call, people are coming fast. I really mean that. Super responsive. I should correct myself. Wait times in Nova. Okay, perhaps that's why. Maybe you're out in the forest. You are so right. Cultures from so many countries. America is so blessed. Look, there's a lot of amazing countries. I'm just speaking on America's behalf. And if you think about it, it's the youngest country in the world, and a little over 400 years old, and the way that America started, the way we won our independence, and Independence Day is coming up July 4th. How we a long time ago said, no, we're not going to allow ourselves to be taxed by a king living across the Atlantic Ocean. We're going to mark our own destiny. And only 30%, there was only 30% support in the 13 colonies to begin with that were willing to fight in the Revolutionary War. 30%. 30% were neutral, and another 30% were still loyal to the King of England. So, brave young men and women, and amazing, brilliant, genius writers. The Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. No other country has that. And that's why it is the envy of the world. Because if it was not, there would not be so many people trying to come to the USA to come and live or work, Why do you think there's so many people coming through the border right now? They're finding people from all different countries around the world at the border, in the south border. So people are flying into Central America and then literally walking up and taking their chance because they're trying to flee from what's going on in their country. And I don't want to get into all that, but I'm just saying, that's how desperate people are to come to America. They're willing to perhaps die just to get to America. And that, it's like, whoa. You don't have that kind of stuff happening in other countries on that type of a scale like it is in America. Because it's a truly amazing country. And the history of America, I love it. It's not perfect. It's not perfect by far. There's a lot of mistakes. And for a long time, I went very far left and was anti-military, anti-America. But if I hadn't gone through that period of my life, that dark period, I wouldn't have been able to come back to the light and have both sides and being able to connect with other people. Oh my gosh, I really got to stop, guys. Hold on. He helps those, help those who can help themselves. Teachers definitely don't get paid enough by far. Yeah, if public school teachers got paid average $50,000 or $60,000 a month, then that would be a great incentive for people to stay or to actually finish university to teach. Here, teachers earn the lowest wage of all the states. Yes, I know the South is not easy. It's not easy. I've always been a cautious driver, 6 to 7 years, no tickets, no damage. That's great, Mr. Josh. And thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. Sweet Pixies. I will send one tomorrow. Okay. Please do at least just say hello, and then we can discuss. I can give you more detail about how to do the 30-second video. Can you talk about the dating scene in Thailand? I think I've heard casual dating is frowned upon, is marriage accepted in almost all relationships from the beginning. That's actually a video that I want to get my wife on with, and we want to do a video about, dating and marriage and stuff like that. So Josh, that video is coming. Don't worry. I didn't skip your question, Josh. Thank you for all being here. Best of luck. Lucia, you too. Sweet Pixies, great. Have a good, wonderful class. Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about. How to dance? What? Okay, this is what I'm talking about. People like this, everybody out there, just look at this message. PACY Bits King. Whoever you are, it says, are you the guy that stalks the kids down the street? So, number one, I'm not going to even answer back to that, but I want to put spotlight on you because you just kind of, your character just is going to shine through with that. Okay, so again, who are these people? People talking about Korea. I'm not going to even read that message, but the person who's mentioning Korea, you know, perhaps hopefully you can find something else better to do with your life, and I mean that with all respect. And I had empathy. Maybe you're just trying to be funny, whatever the case may be. We got Big Doctor in the building. Yes, sir. Okay, Tavon, hello. Sweet Pixies, I'm really close to level 4 by first month, like 96 points away. That's awesome, Melanie. Again, hey, Melanie, can you do a video, please? 30-second, 60-second video. Please send me a message on Facebook Messenger because I don't have any way to contact you outside here, okay? Please just send me a message, and that way we are connected on Facebook Messenger, and then I can give you the details on how to do this video. I really mean it. Josh, thank you again. I can't wait to start with Palfish. Josh, let me know when you're ready. North American citizen, waiting on the oath ceremony. Love America. Lucia, that's what I'm talking about. See, people think that, like, I'm not going to say the name, but let's just say one of the leaders of the USA, one of probably the most important leaders right now. People think that some people don't want, look, there's always going to be like extremely hateful, negative people in different countries around the world. Like, okay, forget that. But we want people to come to America, but it's got to be legally. Like the same thing when you go to a new country, you have to have a visa. You know, I'm not going to swim across the Mekong and go into Laos. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not fair for all the people out there who are on waiting lists 5, 7 years sometimes to get to America. You know, we need to have good, safe immigration policies. And that goes for every country. Who doesn't want to have a safe country? Right? Well, I can tell you who doesn't want, but I'm not going to go there because I don't want to get censored on YouTube. But congratulations, Lucia. God bless you, and God bless America, and God bless the world. I pray for peace every day. I work at Morales Elementary. Okay. Hello, Dragon X205. Hello, Steve. Mr. Josh says ignore them. Okay, anyway, guys, I really appreciate your time. I'm going to, in my description, put some really great links in there. The movie, the Dana White UFC video that's super inspiring. The interview he did with Tony Robbins. I'm going to put that in there. And then if you want to improve your Chinese listening skills and start to learn basic Chinese, I also have those links in the descriptions in all my videos, the ones that I've recently updated. And stay happy, stay healthy, take care of yourself, take action, believe in yourself, and give thanks. For me, just like Denzel Washington said, put God first. And when I put God first, things go in the right direction. And when I get lost in that, things don't go the way that I would like them to. You know, I feel like something's not missing. And when I give thanks to the Creator, that's where it all starts for me. And everybody's different. And that's okay. But I'm just telling you what works for me. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Thank you so much. The live stream will take a little bit of time to upload. This is pretty long. But have the most amazing day of your life. And let me know how I can help you more. Thank you so much. And please, everybody, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please, please. And send me a message on Facebook Messenger. I'd love to answer your questions. And so many other things. I could go all day. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Have faith. Believe in yourself. Move forward. Take action. Thank you so much.